Hello ladies and gentlemen, Romie Reviews here. Whew, this is my second time trying to do this video. Okay, a little congested, a little off, but it's alright. We'll work through this. This is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 5, Episode 8, Sex, Lies, and Videotape. So the episode starts off with Ray J's messiness. Ray J has everyone at the table, including Safari, A1. Lyrica comes and she's pissed because she's trying to figure out, why is this dude lying on me? Why is he lying on his D? Like who does that? What type of respect am I supposed to have for you? Because what Lyrica is saying is, Ray J, tell me what Safari's been saying since Safari's talking in circles. This is when Ray J says, oh, well, Safari said that Safari sent you a D pic, and it just kind of went from there. And so then now Lyrica's like, okay, so Safari, I want to hear this from your mouth. And here goes Safari. Well, you know, it's crazy, man, just how things are being said and what's being said. And it's just like, man, keep me out of this. And so then A1 wants to know, hey, Safari, tell me what you've been saying. This isn't a joke. Just say what you want to say. This is your time to say it. Safari's like, man, I don't want to be a part of any of the couple's mess. So then here goes Ray J saying, yo, Safari, I know you didn't know this, but Lyrica's pregnant. So, you know, depending on the time frame of when everything happened, you could have a baby. He said something stupid to that effect, and that's when everyone was looking at Ray J like, really, Ray J? Really, Ray J? Really, Ray J? And at that point, that's when Safari's like, wow, you know, just keep me out of y'all's mess. And that's when A1 jumped up. I don't know, this voice. I don't know how he did it, but he's clearly been ready. When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And that's what A1 was. He was ready. He was actually living up to that name that he gave himself, that moniker he gave himself. Because now, everyone gets separated. Here we go. I love how, I don't know if she was a part of production or like a paid actor or an unpaid actor, but you see the one woman just shaking her head at A1. It's kind of like, dude, I know, it's a mess. Safari, he's doing too much. Marcus is trying to calm A1 down, just say, all right, dude, let's just go. Safari and Ray J, they're leaving. They're going their separate way out. And Safari's just like, Ray J, you really brought me into this mess. Being messy, yes. And you're not helping. It's a two-way street. Lyrica gets taken out the back with Brooke, which I don't know why that happened. I don't know why that made sense. Here goes Marcus. I said, Marcus, now I see how you and Brooke, like another reason why y'all are together. Because here goes Marcus in his confessional talk about how, well, the fact that Safari couldn't give a straight answer was giving us an answer. I mean, come on, we can't, are we stupid or are we dumb? We can take context clues. I'm thinking, but it's not what okay. Safari's out in the back and he's trying to say, I don't understand why everyone's getting ready to leave. And it was like, that man really thinks that he's going to come at me and thinks that I wasn't going to be ready. Ray J starts busting out laughing, looking at Safari, thinking, Safari, you think you're going to be a baby? Ray J is really on one today. Safari seriously had that look of, this wasn't a part of the script. This wasn't a part of the program. And now Brooke is talking to Lyrica saying, now, you know you my girl, right? That's how Brooke talks. You know you my girl, right? I need you to go and just be honest with me. Did you do anything with Safari? And so then, of course, Lyrica has this look of, are you serious right now? Then Brooke takes it one step further. Wait, do you know time frame wise? Are you sure that baby is A1's? I'm thinking, Brooke, what do you do? It's too much. So now Lyrica needs to go, and then while Lyrica is talking to A1 saying, look, I did not do anything with Safari. That's what she's saying. That's her story. That's her side. She's sticking to it. And Brooke is just like, yo, now would be the time to just tell him the truth. I'm thinking, Brooke, go away, Brooke. The next thing we see, I thought we were going to commercial break because it just kind of cuts out. We see everyone talking about Tierra Marie's sex tape. I said all of this did happen around the same time. And because it got released, so of course everyone's in their respective groups discussing it. But the first two people we see actually talking about it are Paris and Nikki. And of course Paris was like, hey Nikki, it's nice to see you, sis. And Paris gives Nikki the lowdown on what happened at Akbar's place and the harem that he has going on over there. And now, of course, it looks crazy because Tierra's story is that she broke up with Akbar the day before her pictures were leaked. And I don't care what anyone says, I don't believe that she leaked her pictures. When we actually see going down a little bit later, because I'll probably forget this, I really think that it was most likely the one of the women that he was with. Or he's still probably with them, but I think it's either the wife or the girlfriend. I don't even think it's him, to be honest. I don't even think it's him. I think after all of the mayhem, I think one of them took his phone, got access to his phone, probably was logged into Tierra's account, because remember, he was running that stuff. This show is chronologically showing us that he did have a lot of involvement in her life. And that's what he likes to have in his lady's life. So this isn't even much of a stretch. I do believe that it probably wasn't him. It probably was, because it wouldn't aid him, because he was still like, he wants to get... Okay, I'm jumping ahead. Nikki Baby's part was confusing because I'm thinking, wait, do you know Akbar? Did you have dealings with Akbar? I understand she already had her... It wasn't a sex tape. I'm tired of calling these things sex tapes. Kim Kardashian had a sex tape. Like, Kim Kardashian and Ray J had a sex tape. Paris Hilton had a sex tape. A lot of you just had small mini clips of you doing sexual acts to your current or ex-lover. That's all that, and it is a big deal. I'm not trying to downplay that. I'm just trying to downplay the word and the phrasing used as if it's just the same. It's not on the same level of production, length. I'm just going, wow, that sounds wrong. Anyway, I don't get why I'm still trying to figure out with Nikki Baby, like, does her family, like, work with him and so she can't go too hard on him? Do they have prior business dealings? Because she was making it sound like they did, and I just didn't get that. I was just trying to figure out, why can't you go and just support Tierra? Like, would Akbar sue you? I don't understand, because you already did this messiness stuff towards the beginning. Next thing we see Akbar's car that I guess was actually his wife and his, that Tierra was driving around. She went and busted out the windows, and production was talking to Akbar, just getting a story of what happened, because the cameras weren't there. The cameras weren't there. So now Tierra says, I absolutely did do that. I'm thinking, Tierra, why are you doing this on the camera? Okay, fine. But she was saying she did it because he's the only one that could have had access. He was trying to say, now he wasn't saying that she leaked it herself. He just kept saying that he didn't leak it. Listen to his words. He did not leak it. His phone was stolen. And then what was her name? Alejandra, I think, was the one that was with him, the girlfriend. Because the question was, so how did it get on your social media? And she said, Akbar had my login, so he could have logged in and posted if he wanted to. I'm thinking, this just doesn't make sense if he still wants to be with you, because in the next breath he was like, look, I understand you're upset, and you know, I'm sorry for how you learned about the situation, but I still love you. I want to be with you. Don't you love me? And she was like, wait, what? Are we doing this right now? Is this serious? No, she's like, she had love for him before this. I'm thinking, something is off over there. Something is off with that whole team, with all of them. All of them. Tiara, Akbar, the wife, the girlfriend. It just does not compute. It doesn't make any sense. Because they had to sign off to be on this show. So this isn't like they were just surprised by this. So that's why I believe that either the wife or the girlfriend leaked it. You can't tell me anything different. Next thing we see is Candy. Now, Candy is the alter ego of the bisexual rapper. What's his name? Sam? I don't know. I don't care. But they also need to discuss the Tiara issue and incident. And of course, for Jay will. So Moniece has her own advice. She's had to deal with that potentially being leaked herself of her own, and she's not cool with that. But she's talking to Jay Will because Jay Will's kind of tired of the Candy antics, tired of only being booked, or mainly being booked because of his alter ego and not because of him. And so then Moniece said, look, you need to go and just start showing up as yourself. People who will support. The people who won't. It's just as simple as that. We actually see A1 and Lyrica in their house acting like a regular couple. It was nice. It was so nice to see. It was just so nice to see. Anyway, I'm glad that A1 had the right person who he should be mad at. Safari's playing around, and that's Safari. We're moving past that because he believes his wife. He's going to check Ray because Ray has been super messy in all of this. I understand he's getting a check, but still. So now Tiara, she's pissed because, again, on social media, it's not getting any better. It's getting worse, and people are actually thinking that she's the one who put it out herself. So now she has to go and defend herself with, guess who else? Lisa Bloom, Gloria Allred's daughter. You know, Lisa Bloom, who takes on a lot of the B-list, C-list, D-list celebrity cases. A couple of A-lists, but let's just call it what it is. And so Tiara, there's a lot going on with poor Tiara. She wants to pursue all of her options. Lisa Bloom tells her, hey, nowadays,
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.
Is essentially seen as like a separate type of sexual assault in the eyes of the law. So we can take legal ramifications and go after him, and you should exercise your rights, and we need to do a press conference. Tiara didn't look too happy about a press conference, and I said, oh, thank God she didn't think that was just the greatest look, because what happened next shows us why that press conference shouldn't have happened. That backfired. Sometimes you need to just let the lawyers do the talking. Brooke and Marcus go and meet up with Solo Lucci. And of course, like on every other reality show, we have to talk about the same thing over again. So Brooke has to show Solo Lucci, hey, she has a wedding ring, they're getting married, but that's not the biggest thing that's going on right now. The biggest thing is the issues with Safari and Lyrica and A1 and now Ray J being involved in all of that. So Lucci feels like we need to just do a guys' night out. That way we can just forget about all the mess and have fun again. And then the guys even start bringing up the fact that Tiara, of course, she's doing the press. She's going to do a press conference. She's going to sue for legal actions. And then the next day, she talks about how, but she still loves him. And she's just hurt and conflicted. I'm thinking, who is running that whole brand that is Tiara Marie? Because whoever's doing that, I understand she's an individual. I understand that she's grown. But it's still a mess. And I said, Brooke, stop it. Brooke, stop it. Stop it. We don't need it. We don't need any more information. Stop it. Ray J meets up with his messy partner in crime, Rockstar. And apparently, I didn't know. So Rockstar has a child, 2 years old. I forgot why that even came up. But I just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, Ray J's talking about him bring Safari to just clear everything up or confirm everything. And so then Rockstar was just loving this. So then Rockstar said, now let me show you some text messages from Lyrica. And from what they were saying, it wasn't something bad. I mean, it wasn't good. And that's why you need to just go and kind of give yourself a reality check before you go and run to this person or run to that person when you're having issues. Because then things like that happen. Things get thrown back in your... Again, Ray J in his confessional being super messy about the message that just said, I think Rockstar... What was it? Lyrica left her ring at Rockstar's house, and then some to the effect of don't tell A1. It was something stupid. I'm like, okay, she took it off, left it at... They're supposed to be friends, and I get it. She was dressed for attention. She dressed for attention when she was upset, but we're trying to put 20 on 100, trying to make it seem like Lyrica is just going around bouncing from D to D, when I honestly don't believe that that's the case. Not at all. And that's corny. That is so corny if that's what we're trying to paint. Oh. I know her name's Lil Brittany, but I'm calling her Lil Brit. I like that. That flows better. Oh, that... I'm sure people call her that, because I have to have heard that somewhere. Unless I'm just super creative. Hey, anywho. He apparently invited her for moral support, because he's not going as Candy, he's going as J Will. And she said, of course, do your thing. Now, what gets messed up is she actually goes and performs for them first. And what I will say is the energy was there. She was having herself a good old time. And I said, okay, look. It was butt shaking. It was a lot of movement. I can't say anything bad about it. I can't say anything bad about it. And so then they loved her. When they go from that to the stark contrast of J Will, who, okay, you're going as yourself. Cool. But first I said, why does he look like he's dressed to be working in a restaurant or working, in a higher end supermarket? The imagery didn't make sense. It did not make sense. And then when he started to rap, I was thinking, why is this super hard beat? Did you say this was like some gay... Well, that sounds rude. Some pride event. That's supposed to be for gay pride. What? It's supposed to be like EDM ratchet music. And like 90s dance music. and sidebar. What is with Racer or Sir Ray? Mr. Ray. I think it's Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray, it's funny because he had this like regular attire when he was there being a part of the auditions. And then he had his I guess micro braids or whatever you call them, extension braid. I don't know what those are called, but I was like, you learned from Masika. I feel like that's a Masika look that you just adopted. J Will's upset, even though they clapped for him. They weren't saying it was bad. They said the content was there. It's just that it doesn't fit what they're trying to do. So then J Will's saying, as an artist, I think you guys would understand that they're trying to go in a different direction. He came off as an angry black man, and that was the last thing he needed to come, because he was auditioning. This isn't just and they want to see what Candy was going to bring. He came as something completely different, and it was just so different that they couldn't take it. And plus, he got rude. He started to be rude at like a choreographer, one of the people who's a choreographer, and I'm thinking, the choreographer has probably had more success than you, so I wouldn't do all that. I wouldn't do all that. Now, Tara Marie, she has her armor on, and when I say has her armor on, she's dressed up. She's dressed up. She tried to leave the house, with her armor on, and she goes and meets up with Paris, and she's not happy. She's not happy because she feels like, Paris, why aren't you there supporting me? You were there for all the antics. You went and did all this research to let me know about this, and then came with me I understand Nikki. So Nikki was a part of the mess, but now once the mess exploded and became even bigger, she's nowhere to be found. She hasn't even talked to me. Like, what type of friendship is that? I said, because some of these people are friends for a season. Do I think Nikki's really Tiara's friend? Absolutely. But you can be friend for a season. You can be friend for different seasons, different occasions, different moments. Maybe that's where their friendship peaks. Because right now, Tiara doesn't have, at that very moment, there wasn't the issue of alcohol. Because she was like, look, she knows she needed to chill out, so she wasn't drinking. And thankfully she wasn't, because I'm thinking, at least we actually understand what she's saying. She's not going ballistic at this moment, and I do believe that has a lot to do with not drinking. So kudos to her for keeping it together for that. But she did acknowledge that, she almost slipped. She almost slipped up because it was just getting too much. Paris had to tell her, I can't fully support you, because Tiara wants all of her friends to be there for the conference, for the conference, press conference. Paris doesn't want to go because Paris feels like, what am I actually supporting? You're not making it clear regarding what do you really want. Because you just said that you wanted Akbar, even though you're now suing him. So, and my whole thing is, but Paris, you were down for everything else. I understand that you don't want to, now this is a lawsuit, you could be implicated because you helped, orchestrate the finding out of this. So maybe that's why you're really trying to back away. But, I did feel a little odd about that as well. So Paris isn't going to come. We already see that Paris and Nikki didn't show up to the conference for the press conference next week. The guys come together, so that's Ray J on one opposite side, A1 on the other side, because we know this is love and hip hop. When people have issues with each other, they put them on opposite sides of the table. This happens all the time. Lucci's there, Marcus is there, and so Ray J being messy again. A1's irritated because A1's looking at Ray J like, you're the person that went and orchestrated all of this. You're the person who then when, whoever's version of the truth was supposed to come out, everyone was playing games. And then Ray J said, don't do that to me. And that's when Lucci Marcus said, Safari was playing semantics. He wasn't being direct, but he was trying to say something without fully saying it and taking ownership. So Lucci said, hey, we understand. They bleeped. That's what it was. And she's not going to admit it. Oh, well. I was like, damn. Ray J said, why am I the bad guy? You want to take your anger out on someone, but I'm not the one. Marcus looked over like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Ain't nothing wrong with a brotherly fade. I said, what? Who says that? So that's when Ray J realizes, wait. That's not what I meant. But then he still gets up anyway. I'm thinking, what? What's going on here? So all the security's on A1 and no one's on Ray J. Ray J being even more messy. Saying, everyone's saying stuff. They're just not saying it to you. Go and holler at Rockstar. I'm thinking, what the? Yo, Ray J. You looking at me crazy. I'm feeling uncomfortable, fam. And then he said, they effing your girl. I said, Rockstar never said. Oh, gosh. He insinuated like a cornball, but that's it. Oh, gosh. And then Marcus saying, I heard the same thing. I'm saying, Marcus, what is going on here? Brooke wouldn't have a reason to lie. Brooke would have a reason to be messy, though. Everything you hear isn't the truth. Even if it is, sometimes we can just stay quiet. And then Ray J said, I'll give you a pass. It's all good. A pass for what? 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 Is this real life right now? Oh, and A1 feels alone. Said, I see why. Come back.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.